YouTube, this is the Simple Apologetic, and if I haven't met you in person, this is my face, 100% me, 100% real. So, this is part 2 of the Jesus Really Exists. So, if you haven't seen part 1, my lovely video editor will put the link here. They gone yet? Okay, good. Let's get started. So, there are two main parts to the third argument. 1. There are contradictions in the Gospels. 2. There are no records for the extraordinary events that happen in the Gospels. So, one of the biggest contradictions that are talked about in the Gospels are the genealogies of Jesus. So, the two Gospels that have these genealogies are one in Matthew and 2 in Luke. Both Gospels say God fathered Jesus and that Mary mothered Jesus. But where they differ is all the heirs outside the line from Abraham to David. The line from Abraham to David are the same, but all heirs outside of that are different. How can you explain these differences? Well, the two authors of the Gospels had two different purposes. Matthew was trying to show the kingship of Jesus, while Luke was trying to show the compassion of Jesus while taking a more methodical and record-keeping style of writing. What a lot of people don't know is that Joseph had two fathers. He had a biological father and he had a legal father. If Matthew was trying to show the kingship of Jesus, he would have shown the bloodline of Jesus and shown the biological father's heirs. If Luke was trying to get a more legalistic stance, he would have followed the legal father's heir. So that's the end of that. So through that example, I was trying to show when people try to say there are contradictions in the Gospels, they don't keep in mind the purpose or the context of the story, which is just something you don't do when talking about a literary work. What about these extraordinary events? How can they be explained to not be recorded? The two events that people point out is 1, the feeding of the masses, and 2, the darkness and the earthquake at the crucifixion of Jesus. At the time that Jesus was alive, and even today, the main way they kept record was through oral history, which means they said things over and over and over and over and over and over to keep things ingrained in their heads, and it was the way how things were passed down from generation to generation. At the crucifixion of Jesus, there was said to be 1, a darkness that happened at the time of his death, and 2, there was said to be an earthquake. Both are recorded in the Gospels, but where are they recorded outside of the Gospels? While the darkness that is said to happen is not recorded, the earthquake was recently found through a geological survey, and my lovely video editor will put the link here.
4.
The argument that a lot of Christians use for this particular argument is Josephus. Stay away from using Josephus because you will find yourself more debating if he actually wrote what he said to have wrote rather than the time frame which he wrote it at. If you want to see why this is, my lovely video editor will put the link here. The person to use is a man called Josephus. The reason being he gives credence to both the miracles Jesus did and the virgin birth of Jesus. A man named Josephus lived around 100 AD. The way he gave credence to Jesus' miracles was because he never denied that there were miraculous works done. He debated the source of Jesus' power and claimed they were demonic and from sorcery.
5.
Like the contradictions, I'm only going to be doing one example. However, all the others are like this. So, the Egyptian god Horus is said to be similar to Jesus in 4 main ways. He is said to be born of a virgin. He is said to be born on December 25th. He is said to be crucified and resurrected. And he is said to be in a triune with his father. Well, this isn't really a triune, though. It's just a union with his father. Ironically, there are 2 birth accounts of the Egyptian god Horus, neither of which are a virgin. The Egyptian god Horus is also said to be born on December 25th. but he is born in the time of Koaik. I'm not Egyptian, and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but that's in October and November, not December 25th. Also, Jesus was said to be born not on December 25th because the shepherds were in the field with their flocks, meaning it could not have been winter. All the gods in Egyptian mythology have a distinct beginning, and many are born from other gods. One of which that is born from another is, of course, the Egyptian god Horus. Now, with his father, he's not always merged with him. It is a merging with his father. It happens over time until they are one. While with Jesus and the Father, they have always been said to exist in the Bible, unlike the Egyptian mythology, and also they have always existed compared to having a distinct beginning in the Egyptian mythology with the Egyptian god Horus. As far as the crucifixion and the resurrection of the Egyptian god Horus, that's just not there. There's nothing saying he was crucified, nevertheless died, and rose again. So that's that. So, this is the end of part 2. And I apologize for not getting this video out yesterday. I had some stuff I needed to take care of that I wasn't expecting to have to, so I apologize. Also, I don't need to tell you guys how to YouTube. You guys know how to do that yourself. So as always, I'm the Simple Apologetic, and thank you for watching.